Well, hi folks, Dennis here. Hope you're having a good day, and welcome to the show. Thank you for coming this evening. Well, depends where you are in your neck of the woods, isn't it? I don't know if it's evening or morning, or afternoon. Yeah, don't know where it is. So thank you for coming along as well. So Delorious, Kenon, Leslie, D Echoes, Pamela Swan, thank you for coming along. Please do me a favour, if you don't mind, could you just please share the show? Send it out, share it please, put it on your Facebook, on your group page, on your home page. Hello Jill, thank you for joining us. Could you please share this please? So it'd be really good. The more people we get, the better, of course. And I really think tonight's going to be an awesome show, because as always they've kept me in the dark, and they've spoke to me a few times about what may happen if I'm open to it. And being open to it means just sit back, see what happens, see what transpires, and go with the flow. So, without further ado, do you have any questions? Please write them in the chat window. I can see, because I can put them up. I can put them on here now. Everything's okay. Everything seems to be working fine. Let me know that you can hear me okay, properly. That would be really good. Just going to put my earphones in, just have a quick test session, see if I can hear myself talk. Yep. Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear. There's a slight background noise, and I think I'm going to have to change the microphone settings and get rid of it that way, but I hope you don't mind. There's just a slight interference, and I really want to make it perfect and powerful, because the audio is the best bit of it, isn't it? The answer to that is yes. So, where you are from? I know Pam's from the USA, D Echoes is from Manchester, Michelle has just joined us. Jill Shenton's from Birmingham, England. Leslie is from down south. So I know that we've got one foreign customer from the USA, from Trumpland. Well, what do you think Donald Trump's up to? Admitting that he's taking, I forgot what it's called now. It doesn't matter. You know what it's called. The drug that treats malaria. Do you know why he's taking it, folks? Because it does work. It really does work. And it's on the dollar? No. It's very, very cheap. It's peanuts, basically. Absolutely peanuts to produce. And it's been a drug that's been around for ages. What the big pharma say, or the big pharma are up to, they're trying to get Trumpy to, and the World Health Organization and all the other people who stand in the way of Trump, is to license the vaccines, which they can charge $1,000 for each shot. So just think about that, where the money is going to come to. It's all about money. It's all about how much money they can make for big pharma. And who's helping Big Pharma? Well, obviously the politicians. They're getting paid out somewhere down the line. They are being paid to push this. And Donald Trump, well, he's one of the boys, isn't he? I think so. Let me have your thoughts. Because he's there to try and help mankind. He is helping mankind, to be honest, because he's a light worker. A lot of people are calling me and saying he's not. How could he do this if he's a light worker? How could he put 5G in? Well, there's lots of difference of 5Gs. There's different 5Gs. There's the one that the China make, who are trying to get in the back door here in England. And there's different 5Gs that other people make, which are not intrusive. But think about this. He's one of the lads, but he's good for the job. He may not think about it himself, but he's good for this job at this time. He's one of us. He's a light worker. And if you actually went up to him and say, do you know you're a light worker, a lighthouse? He'd probably laugh in your face and think, what the hell's that? Because he's the right man for the right job at this time. Maybe down the line, in years to come, it will be somebody else. But for now, he is the right man for the job, draining the swamp, bringing all people together, holding those accountable that you don't know who are accountable. Politicians, senators, Hollywood, drug trafficking, human trafficking. He's bringing all these together. China. He's bringing World Health Organization, rip-off. He's letting people know that he's a guy to not be tangled with. And this is why the cabal don't like him. This is why Obama is having a go at him. This is why every politician who's on the other side of the fence don't want him there. Because you know why? Here he goes again. Do you know why? Do you really, really, really know why? Because he can't be bought. He can't be bought. He's a sharpshooter. He's a six-shooter. He can't be bought. His aim is good. But he's playing 3D chess. He's playing way above those people's heads. Like in the 5th and the 6th dimension chess. Where other people, they're playing 3rd dimension chess. Maybe 4th dimension chess. But he's 2 moves ahead of them all the time. And he's bringing them out to play. They're going to show themselves up for who they are, what they've done. And hopefully they will be accounted for sooner than later. I really do hope that. But Trumpy to me is a good lad. And, you know, I support him. If I had a red shirt, I'd put it on. If I had a red hat, I'd wear it. But I like me blue, of course. So, that's my little thing here. Now, in England, what's going on with our situation? Well, it's a right pickle, isn't it? People don't know what to do. Boris has disappeared. He's not coming to the table. They don't know what they want to do. 2 meters apart. But you know why it's 2 meters apart? Because facial recognition doesn't work when you're in groups. That's why they want us 2 meters apart. Now think about that. What's going to happen next? AI, artificial intelligence. They want to chip us. They want to give us this injection, vaccine. You've got 5G, radiation. You've got chemtrails that have been dropping from the sky, distributing stardust, basically, little fine fabrics that you inhale, which 5G can pick up and connects with it. So you've got to join all the dots together. But you've not got to get upset with them. You don't get upset, because if you get upset, nothing really works. Then you lose your own way of understanding things. You've got to think of it outside the box, but still live inside the box. Does that make sense? I hope so. You've got to be like on a mountaintop, looking down and knowing what you're seeing, and to gather the information while you are there in the fresh air, in the energy of the mountaintop. And once you've got this energy around you, go down into the cities with the energy that you've understood, that you brought forward, and you can utilize it, integrate it within oneself. And then as you bring it to oneself, you can go down and you can talk in the cities to those people who don't know what's going on. I think that's what Jesus Christ did. Because he used to meditate, didn't he? Well, yeah, he did. Of course he did. He used to meditate in the hills, in the gardens, then go back into the villages and teach and help and show people the way. I reckon now if Christ's vibration was here as that person, well, it's here, but it's in a different way. It's the Christos energy. But if that person was living in the flesh, he would be doing the same, but he'd be showing people how to live, how to not get upset, and how to utilize their own thinking power, their own intuition. Call it God. What is God? G-O-D. Guidance on demand. Think about that. God, guidance on demand. And where do we get guidance on demand from, folks? We get it from inside us. We get all this from inside us, and inside is peace and quiet. We have to establish a pattern. We have to establish a routine. Well, you don't have to, but I have, and it really helps me. When people ring and they come for consultations, then they're not coming at the moment, but they're ringing up, so they're having phone conversations or one-to-one, WhatsApp or Skype or FaceTime. It's always about what are you doing to utilise your energy. And some are really on the ball. Some have come to be fine-tuned, because it's the ones on the path that normally come. The ones on the path that want to know what's going on in their life at this time, or what the next step is for them at that time. Yes, we do get ones who are in the physical world, but we show them what the physical world is at this moment, and have to go beyond that and to utilise the thinking brain and the understanding of the heart and bring two together, so you have a holistic picture of who you are, why you're here, and what it's all about, and where you're going. So you've got this meditation. Now, not every form of meditation suits all, so you've got to find one that suits you. Got to find one that suits you. I know I get up early in the morning and I spend about an hour and a half in meditation, and then if I'm really tired I go back to bed, because I get up at 5:30 and then go back to bed for a couple of hours, or I might start the day, depends how I feel at that time. So, and then it's the length of time. How long do you meditate? Do you concentrate on your breathing? Do I personally do the Paramahansa Yogananda breathing, because I'm a Kriya Ban. I use the breath to go up and down the spine and to clean the chakras, the Idla and the Pingala. That's the two snakes. That's the Kundalini energy going up through the spine, clearing and cleaning the chakras as it comes out of the 1,000-petal lotus oblongata, 1,000-petal lotus here. And that's why you get the pictures of old saints and seers. They've always got this white halo or this white aura. That's the Christ illumination. That's the Christos energy. And we should all basically attune to that. Now, in this day and age, people have forgotten. They're getting sucked up with physical stuff, with about world order, the new order of the world, the people trying to control us. But if we honestly took our time and meditated every single day, we would see how to escape the clutches. We would see how to become in tune with ourselves and each other. For that's what it's all about, being in tune with the universe, because that's where we're from. And if we're not in tune with the universe, we're kind of floating around no man's land. We're like souls on a planet having no direction. Isn't it nice to have a direction? Isn't it nice to set sail, to compass, to follow your dream? What is your dream, folks? Let me know what your dream is. Let me know what your questions are this evening. All questions will be addressed. All questions will be addressed. So let me know what your dream is. Let me know what kind of meditation you do, or what you would like to do. Let me know what you think the council might have to say to you. But not Mickey Mouse. It's not about your love life. It's about you, directional. How far, how fast do you want to go? In this life, next life? Or do you want to come back in the next life hitting the floor running and being really, really good at what you left this life? Have no desire of what you leave this life. Have no desire to come back. So if you have a desire when you go over, you still got to fulfill that desire. So be desireless. I would say, if you were going to have a desire to be God realized, self-realized. Because when you're self-realized, you realize that you're on this planet through the grace of something better and greater than yourself. And if you can tap into that and be humble about whatever it is, because nobody really knows the answer about what God is at this moment. But to me, it's a divine energy. It's neither male or female. It is just an energy that we can tap into every single time we meditate. We look into the third eye. We do our breathing exercises. We can integrate that energy time and time again. So it really shows us who we are. But once we integrate that energy, we're integrating with our higher self. And our higher self then integrates with countless higher selves. Not just one higher self, folks. There are countless higher selves, and that of ourselves. So there's countless higher selves as you, but there's countless higher selves of other people, of those astral beings, go beyond that, spiritual beings, and going beyond that, angelic forms. I don't know about the higher self of an angelic form. I'm sure there is some form of angelic energy field that they connect to. It's like the Council of 12 have always said, if we've not got the answer, Dennis, we'll go and get it. We will go and get the answer, bring it back to you. Happened today, talking to my sister. I asked a question, they said hang about, we'll go and get it. And they came back a few months later with the answer. Just because we've not got it, and sometimes our guides haven't got it, the guides that help us, who inspire us to live a daily life, sometimes they've not got the answer because the question you're asking or the way you're feeling goes beyond them. So they have to go away to somebody who helps them to ask them the question to bring the knowledge down. So it's an ongoing thing. So don't be scared to ask questions, folks. Do not be scared, because you're only going to get an answer sooner or later. If it can't be brought at that moment, it will be brought. But then, my trick is, when I say to Divine Universe every single day, show me how I can be a better person than I was yesterday. I don't mean I wasn't a better person yesterday. It means show me how I can be a touch better than yesterday. Because if I can be a touch better, if I can hold the knowledge that you give to me and I can integrate it within myself, or the Council of 12 give me the message, or the Galactic 7, or the Daffodil of Human Mankind, if I can, or the Council of 12, if I can hold that message that they give to me. Oh, that's my friend ringing from Wales. What's she like? Oh, she'll have to wait. So, if I can hold that energy and bring it down, but I ask the universe, I'll say, when you're talking to me, when you're showing me, let me know. You're showing me. Let me know, because in a way that I can understand it. I don't know algebra. I'm not very good at science, so don't show me algebra or science. Give it to me in a way that I can digest it, understand it. Give it to me in a picture, and the ability to transcribe that picture for myself and to other people. That's what it's all about, folks. Ask and you shall receive. Know that you're worth it. If you're not worthy of it, if you don't think you're worthy of it, you're not going to get it. So it's simple as that. So if we all get upset about what is happening in the world today, we, in a way, have got to find the peace and quiet that motivates us. And how you find that peace and quiet, folks, is entirely up to you. But for me, I've just told you one way. The other way is to go on my bike. Because when I'm on my bike, like yesterday I did 70 odd kilometres, about 45 miles, and it's peaceful. So you can do your affirmations, you can tune in, you can be away with the fairies, away with the angels, and you can ask questions, and you can see things coming, because you're pedaling, you're getting into a rhythm, you're asking, you're seeing, you're focusing, so you can see what's coming. Because it's like having a fixed gaze. Like now I'm talking to you here, I'm looking into the camera, I've got 3 screens here, but my concentration's up here on my right hand side. There's a window, and in that window I've just seen somebody wave, and in that window, it's not a real window, folks, it's my channel opening. And it's like, that's where the information comes. So even though I'm looking at the camera here, Like I say, I've got a couple of screens, one either side of the camera. My focus is here to see what is happening. And they just said, your focus to bring about to the people listening to this evening is to escape bondage. That is the focus of tonight's show. How do you escape bondage? What is bondage to you? Bondage to other people could be other things. But are you a slave to your habitual thoughts, negative thoughts? Are you a slave to negative feeling? So you're being bound to the way that you were or the way you are at that present. And in this moment you can change, because we're all here to change, all of us. We're not here to stay still. We're not here to basically integrate with the same friends, integrate with the same energy for all our lifetime. We're here to change. We're here to transmute energy into a higher voltage of ourselves, a higher dimensional self, we would say. So it's all about how to connect. And then when you connect with whatever your God is, whatever your religion is, do you listen? Are they giving you your what you ask for in a way that you can understand it? I ask every single day, show it me in a way that I can understand, so I can integrate it within myself, and then I can give it to my brothers and sisters, because you are my brothers and sisters. And it's my job is to, I feel very honoured to be able to sit here and to wait for the energy coming through, then to pass it on. And it only means if one person grows through what they're bringing through, and I'm being able to transmit it at the moment this way, in peaceful, in easy to understand words, then I've done my job. What is your job, folks? What are you here to do? Are you here to grow? Are you here to raise a family, or live on your own? Are you here to be a pauper, bound to the prison wall in chains and being whipped? Or are you born to become soul self-realized, God-realized? For when you know that you are part of that divineness we call divine Mother, Father, God, then you know you are everything and all things at the same time. And knowing that you're all things and everything at the same time, all powerful, all sovereign, you're actually going up your spiral of energy. The energy is coming up from your base chakra all the way through all the individual chakras, up into the oblongata, up into the crown chakra. And there's where you get your illumination, the Christos energy. That's what it's all about. Transforming, transmuting the energy that you came onto this planet with at this time. For your job is to transmute yourself to something far greater, far better than you ever thought possible. That's your job at the moment. We'll leave that there and we'll look at somebody's writing. So let's give me a second. And okay, thanks. His letter to the Who is amazing. Yes, you're right. Let's look at that one. Okay, fine. Pamela Swan, I have a question that I'm asking one of my writers. Can we unblock the full potential of our brains? I would love any suggestion from my writers at this time. Thank you for my baby birds and being there for DRE. Don't know what that means. I don't you mean one of your writers. Can we look at the full potential of our brains? To answer to that is no. Because your brain is body identified. Your brain comes with your body. There's still, as we would put it in our words, there's still a lot that the brain that your medical field and scientists really don't understand about the brain and how it really works. For don't they say that when you die, the brain confuses you and gives you a white light? See? So really, it is a question that could catch a lot of people out. So we would say the best thing to, well, we're going to flip the coin here, if we may, because we see it from a different point of view here. It's better to expand your heart to the full capacity. It's better to have your heart bigger than yourself, because the brain is body identified, and the brain itself, when the body dies, the brain will disappear. It will just go. The energy in the heart, there's a crystal in the heart, and when that crystal finds another crystal and it connects on a vibrational crystal level, the heart expands. They knew about this in Atlantis, and they was playing around with the heart energy in Atlantis. But the dark didn't want the light energy to expand any further into their territory, because the other side of the coin, the dark, didn't want the light to appear properly. So, just thought we'd put that in. There'll be more of that later. That is our answer. Better to work on the heart rather than the brain. Okay, we'll leave that there. Jolly good. Okay, Nettie. Nettie Miles. It should be Nettie Smiles. Nettie, I feel a little bit lacking in confidence on my next steps for some reason at the moment. Love some guidance, Dennis, if you're able. Well, I'm not able, but they are. They are very able. But they do work through me in a different way than most people. Yes, they're saying, Nettie, they're giving me a picture of you folding a book up. In fact, they're telling you to fold the book up. Fold the book up. Stop reading from books and start having life experiences. Every life experience, every experience is money in the bank. It's fodder. It's oats for a horse. It's hay for a horse. It gives you power. It's better to experience. And when you experience, in that experience, you'll have what we call it a aha moment, where, oh, that didn't work very well. Well, maybe it wasn't supposed to work very well. Maybe it was supposed to work just as it was, so you can change your tack of what you would like to do. You see it from a different point of angle, a different point of view, a different angle of looking at it. You think, well, if that didn't work, let's just shove around the corner and see it from this point of view. So you're thinking out of the box. And we say continue thinking out the box, because when you start to think out the box, you will have the combination of heart, hands and mouth. And we say this in a way that heart, you'll be able to understand people, you'll be able to talk from your heart, and they will connect from your heart. You'll be able to then talk from your mouth. You use the right words that give them energy. You use the right words that will give them power, and the right words for them to interrogate themselves. So you're planting seeds with your mouth. At the same time, when you touch people, when you reach out and you give them hugs or you shake hands in your neck of the world, now it's taboo to hug people. Over here, we're doing it all the time with our heart, our imagination and our hands. So when you touch, you bring forth a dimension of healing energy. So remember, touching, mouthing, hearting is your direction. That will give you confidence. Try it wherever you are. Try to uplift people all the time. Try to motivate them and leave them. If they don't feel motivated at that time, don't worry. Don't second guess yourself. Just walk away knowing that you have done your best. And when you're talking to them, have a channel open. Have a TV channel open on your right hand side and watch your people come in. So there's an act, there's an art. Is our partner's now watching the camera, but also is feeling this screen here at the moment. And at the moment, Mother Mary is walking to him, and she brings a flower to the lady that we're talking about. She brings a red rose. Red rose, that is love. There is a feminine energy in spirit that wants to connect with you, and Mother Mary is bringing this red rose as a remembrance of love, the love vibration. The energy is not lost, it's still here, it's real. Take that home with you, take that to bed with you, and when you're in bed this evening, cuddle yourself and hold this red rose next to your heart, because that is a member of your physical family living on the brighter side of life. That was for Nettie. If you understand that, let me know, because they give me that. Okay, fine. So there we have, that's bench form. So makes a lot of sense to me. Of course you're doing things. Okay, fine. I feel like I'm doing many things. I don't know in what I should focus on my career. How do I know it's best next step and go in the right path? Barbara, you're confusing yourself, my darling. We talked about meditation early on in this show. For when you meditate, you are giving yourself focus. You're saying to yourself, I want, I need, I will meditate. Now give me the information. For when you meditate, you're becoming stronger. Your intuition's becoming stronger. And the more you meditate, your more intuition comes stronger. The more your higher self can come down on that intuition. Trying to make it dead simple here. The less you meditate, if you're not meditating and you start to meditate, your meditation is strong as a piece of cotton. That's all. Can easily be snapped. But the more you meditate, the longer and the stronger you meditate, that piece of cotton becomes a piece of wool, then a piece of wood, then a piece of metal, and then it comes a massive big concrete road that the universe can say, get down there and help her. So the more you meditate, you're building a path to your higher self. Your higher self then goes beyond itself and goes to the universe higher self. Call it God, call it universe. Make it dead simple here. And because your intention is to gain courage and gain strength in meditation and understanding, those that work on the other side can see this. Call it God. And in time, it's like saying, go and help her. Go and help her because her intuition's working. So get your intuition tuned in first in meditation or any kind of somewhere where that you can switch off the physicalness and go in, and that's where you get your answer. Then you'll find your path. Your intuition might just say, right, leave that path, leave that job, do this, leave that profession, do that. You don't have to be there all your life. You're there to have an experience to learn from, and then when you learn from, you move on. You don't stay in the same relationship if it's boring and you've not learned anything. You have to change the person. Get out of that relationship. If you're married or not married, just going out, seeing somebody, and that relationship is boring and you're not learning, you've stayed your karma. So it's time to karma off, bugger off, get a new relationship, because in a relationship, that's when you learn, that's when you grow. If you want to grow, get yourself a relationship. For in a relationship, you grow, you reach out, you understand, you partake of love, you give love in every dimension. Mind, body and spirit. That's our answer. Let me know. So, thoughts become things, and this is happening faster and faster. So now be aware more than ever what you think. Manifestation now is strong. Yes, because there's got to be some good thinkers in life. There's got to be strong thinkers in life. There's got to be people who are willing to pilot the boat, to stand at the back of the boat and with the rudder and pilot those people who are thinking about the rough seas, The pilot at the back who's piloting the boat can see what's out there. He can pilot or she can pilot the boat through choppy waters. But choppy waters is the way we think and the way we feel. We bring everything on ourselves by our constant thinking and feeling that we've not held in check. We've not held it in check for so many years. I have this battle every single day thinking I shouldn't have thought of that, or that was a habitual thought, or that was a thought that was been ingrained. It's going to take a bit to shift it. Now, if you're talking about it's going to take a bit to shift it, it will become a long time to shift it. So you shouldn't even think about that. If a negative thought comes our way, we should crucify it straight away. Eliminate it. And on top of that, put a positive thought on it. And it's amazing, you keep doing it, you have a negative thought, you crucify it, you put a positive thought on it, it becomes a lot easier. Sometimes you don't know you're doing it, but you're doing it, you catch yourself doing it. You catch yourself cauterizing negative thoughts by putting a positive thought on it. The best thing is cancel, silver, violet flame. You have a negative thought, do this. Say this. Cancel, silver, violet flame. That cancels the negative thought you've had, cancels it, crucifies it, wipes it clean, but then it's left with a vacuum. There was a thought there, but now it's an empty space. So if you don't fill the empty space with a positive thought, you have a negative thought trying to get back in. So as soon as you say cancel, silver, violet flame, you have a positive thought. And you do this every single time. And sometimes you don't know you're doing it, and then sometimes you're doing it, but you forget. And you think, oh, I'm going to start doing that. Well, the more times you do it, the more easy it becomes. I've waken up sometimes, and I've been doing affirmations. I've woken up sometimes in the middle of the night, or in the middle of the morning, and I've been channeling like this in front of a wide audience, thinking, where's that from? So that's in my astral play, in my astral world. I'm working. Now that's how you are as well. You're working in your astral world. Well, sometimes you bring it forward when you wake up. You bring the astral world with you. But is it a negative astral world? Is it a positive astral world? Ask yourself that question. If it's a negative astral world, you throw yourself in the cold shower. You get rid of all that crap energy. Cold water is the finest thing to remove crap energy, negative energy off the aura. It's unbelievable. Look at the world today. What a mess it's in. How many people, when you go out, if you go out, you bump into their aura is so heavy. It's black with negativity. Now, if you've got a very good aura, it's very big and it's very wide and it's very bright, that darkness will be automatically attracted to you. Can't stop it. The darkness of somebody else, listen what I'm saying, very important. Remember this because it's very important. Your light will be attracted to somebody else's darkness. Another way around. The darkness of somebody else's aura will be attracted to your light. It's a natural phenomenon. You exchange energy. When you come into the energy field of somebody else, there's an exchange. Now guess what happens? You might be having this understanding that your love and light, if it's love and light, it's fair. It's like, that's not a light worker. Oh, love and light. No, love and light, you work on yourself. You give yourself energy. You love yourself first and foremost. For when you go into battle, because that's what it is. It's a battle at the moment from those forces, what you call the not nice forces and our good forces. It's a battle. But so is it with somebody else's aura. Get this point now. Their aura will be dark, will be attracted to your light. It wants some of your energy. So it's like a gnasher. It will chomp away at your aura. It will take bites out of it and it will bring it into itself's aura. So then you're left with a damaged aura. So that damaged aura then can be filled up with their darkness. So you have an aura at that time which is probably patchy. It was white, now it's a bit darky. Patches, darkness, patches of whiteness. That's because you meet certain people with different feelings and different attributes and different things of understanding and different ways of looking at the world and different degrees of negativity. You can't stop it. So what you have to do, you have to change the way you think. You've got to keep thinking positive. You've got to expand your aura. Then you go home, you meditate, and you look in your aura. And you can physically look in your aura. And you push this white light out from your heart. You push it through the body, through all the muscles. You push it up, you push it out, sideways, you push it down. So you see this egg forming, but it's formed from the inside, and you push it out all the way, 6 foot, 12 foot, somewhere where you're happy with it. Sometimes if you push it further than 12 foot, it kind of disintegrates. So bring it in a bit so it's strong. It's like you're the yolk in the egg. You are the yolk in the chucky egg, remember. So keep that shell there. So when you go out, no one can really affect you. But you've got to gain that up, except those with negative energy. So it's a way of repriming yourself, recharging yourself. And the finest thing to do this, and we've been on for this many, many years, is have a cold shower. Last thing at night before you go to bed, first thing in the morning. And if you come home from work or being around people who chomp away in your energy, throw yourself into a cold shower. Finish off with a warm one, change your clothes, because the energy stays in the aura until you clean it. Don't have a bath. Do not have a bath until you have a cold shower. Because if you have a warm water bath, the warm water opens your pores, and what does your pores do? The negativity on your pores go into the body. I know, I've done it, I've understood it, I've been there and done it on purpose to see what happens, and you feel terrible. So have a cold shower first, longer the better, then have a bath. You feel great. There's also different ways mechanical ways that you can bring lightness into your body. We're just giving you bread and water now. Just giving you bread and water for you to be prepared for what is coming. That's a clue. What is coming? What is coming? I'm asking. I'm waiting till this is work in progress. They're saying, this is work in progress, Dennis, and it's about moving beyond the physicalness now of the human race at a particular point in their struggle for freedom. What is coming is a determination of mankind to face what you may face or say is a battle between the light and the dark. For you have to have the darkness and the light. There's got to be an equal. You have to be in the dark to see the light, and see the light, see the dark to be in the light. They're saying, we hope we're making sense to you. For if you go back on the words we have just said, you see how easy it is to see it from a different point of view. Go to the mountaintop and look down onto the village, onto your town, and see it sectioned off, black and white, and see how they are merging into each other, and see sometimes how the white is going into the black and turning it grey, and the black is going into the white and turning it grey. This is no good at all for mankind, for you becoming subservient to the powers that be, who want you to be grey. They don't want you to be light. They don't want you to be black. Because when you're in the black, you realise there's something far better than being black. They want you to be in the grey. so you can be manipulated. Do you understand what is being said here, beloveds? We are giving you the opportunity to see it from either side, not in the middle. Take a stand and be the white knight, or be the white heroine, or be the white hero, male or female, or be the dark soul. Be either one. But as you stand in the darkness, you realize there's two parts of you. There's two parts. To be dark, there's an absence of light. So in the absence of light, you know it's there. You know light is there, so you can go for it. You can find the light. You strive for it. Because you already know deep within you that you are of the light, but you've just offered yourself an opportunity to see it from the dark side. But when you're in the light side, you give yourself an opportunity to see it from the light side, so you know it's the dark side. So you choose which side you want to be in. Either side works well because you recognise each other. But being in the middle, being Mr. and Mrs. Human Being who's grey, a grey reptilian, a grey alien, being grey is not the place to be. Be either white or black, but don't be grey. You need to be working from a different dimension. Those of you who can reach the fifth dimension need to be pulling the timelines down. Need to be understanding that everything has been written, but it's in code. And every code can be deciphered. But you've got to understand that you are the decipher. But if you've not got the right energy to decipher, you've got to find that energy. You've got to find the key that floats your boat. You've got to be that decipher machine. So you can go out into the world and decipher what's going on. And realise, can you change it by the way you feel, the way you think? Yes, you can. But it's got to come from you first. You've not got to be Mr. and Mrs. Grey. No. Stand apart. Pick a side. There's no wars, beloved. This is a game you're playing. And it's a game of how to play. It's a game of life and how to play it. But if you see from a different point of view, a different angle, look at it round the corner. Think, oh, I didn't see that before. Someone's doing that. Look at it as a 5D game of chess, like Donald Trump is. He's way beyond other people. He's putting acts together that are making other people react. And so are we. We're putting our acts together because we're looking at ourselves maybe as a grey person, and we don't need to do that. None of you need to do that, beloveds. None of you. Grey is a combination of white and black. It's not a primary colour. And you are a primary individual spirituality having a human experience. And in that human experience, you have to pick a side. You have to pick a side, beloveds. What side do you pick? How do you do it? Leave that with you for now. We're still here. So, any more questions? Christine, good evening. Chadwag, I like that name. So, true story, I call the Walking Dead. Walking Dead, you're right, yeah. Pamela Swan, can I help myself from this path? Yeah, I've just told you about that, Pamela. Dolores Hunt has gone. Mandy, can you tell me anything about previous lives and what influence they have on my life now? What I meant to know, learn, and use in lives in this life. Many thanks. They're telling me your previous lives they're not going to help you in this life. It would be confusing to have an understanding. This is not our protocol this evening. We will say to you, if you would like an understanding of previous lives, the best thing is to find a practitioner who deals in the Akashic record. Not records, there's only one record, the Akashic record, where everything is and has been recorded for you personally and for every other human being. Our partner, the one we talk through now, does Akashic readings. So maybe reach out to him or anybody else. But for tonight's show, we think it would detract from the information we're bringing through about what you may call the two opposing forces, the white, the black, and the one in the middle, the grey, which we do not want human beings to be at this moment in time. That is our answer. Okay, fine. Belfast, Northern Ireland's here. Okay, fine. There's such a lot of people here. I don't know where to go to. Hello, Junior. Thanks for coming. Past life regression. Totally understand if ever going to happen. Yeah. So, folks, there's no really interesting questions there to get my head around. Would you believe it's been 50 minutes? We've been on the air 55 minutes. So, you're from Belgium. I love it. You're from Belgium. Thanks very much. Because they're Walking Dead, is that why I'm here? It's... Yes, you need to hold the... You need to hold the polarity to see which polarity suits you. You have to hold them for a while. But you're here to express, to explain, to integrate, to experience different polarities. What suits you best? You can be the Mrs. Grey or Mr. Grey, Joe, but that's up to you. We say this in a way that gives you an understanding that there is no quick fix answer. You have to be working on it all the time yourself. Polarities are good. They're there to give you an understanding of which platform you want to work from. Then the choice is yours. So that's good. Thank you, Dennis. What's that? Another one there. Thank you from Carol. What does it mean to bring in 5D timeline down? Okay, fine. A good question. I'm waiting them to give me the answer. Let's put that on. Oops. Oh, I can't put it on. That's there. So, that's it. Humankind is going through a change of the way they think, the way they feel. The whole idea of humanness is shifting up a gear. But as it shifts up a gear, it can't really go to the fullness of the next platform. That fullness of the next platform, we have the ability because we're having different experiences in different parts of the dimensions, all of us. So we could actually be living on that fifth dimension, another part of us. So that fifth dimension, a spiritual fifth dimension, can actually bring that dimension down to us, but at the same time, we've got to raise our individual energy up. It's like saying, you speak to your guides and inspirers and they're saying, well, can you give me some information? They say, well, you change your attitude, you work, come in lifting your vibration, we'll bring our vibration down, so in the middle we meet. And that's the same with my understanding. What they're telling me now is that's how you can shift vibrations. The fifth dimension will come down a little bit, call it the fourth dimension, but as soon as you shift up into the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension grabs your energy and moves it up to the fifth dimension. So you have to bring it down by your thoughts, deeds and actions, your timeline, and then once you're established in that timeline, the timeline can then find its own frame of intimacy, of intimateness. It can be there, and that's how it, in a way, you raise one's vibration to a level that timeline, or those who work on that timeline, can realize you're raising your vibration, so they lower their vibration, they integrate you, and they all move up a vibration at the same time. That's our answer. Hope you understood it. I choose 5D. Yeah, we all choose 5D. So, they're telling me they want me to allow them to come through in a in this channeling thing now. They want when I fluff my words like this, there's something going on here, and I have to wait. I have to wait. Okay, they're here. Let me just change the scene. It's 10 o'clock. Let me just change the scene here. Oh, we've had that, haven't we? We've had that. Okay, thank you very much. This is the one I want. If you could do me a favour, folks, do not put anything in the typing at the moment, because the vibration that I'll be working on is here, and any noise coming from the computer kind of distracts me slightly, for I'm looking at this vibration now. Please, after the channeling, please be my guest. Tell me what your thoughts, if it's helped you or not. I will, thank you. I come before you with a sword of light. You know me now by the sword is the sword of who you would know as Archangel Michael. This sword has been used many times in many battles, but the battle we lend it to you now, humankind, is the battle of self, is the battle of getting yourself, removing yourself from slavery. That is the battle. This is why we come amongst you now, to offer you the tools of escapism to your next adventure, the adventure of seeing you who you are for yourself and for nobody else. Yes, there is, our partner would say, there is some troubling times upon your earth at this moment, but this has to, you have to take it on the chin, because you've allowed it to happen. If we came along here and said everything will be okay, you would sit back and you wouldn't change much. You will still allow those who are trying to capture you once again to put you back on the dungeon walls. And we say it's every time we channel, we mention the dungeon walls, because repetition of the same things, you start to understand that you have been on the dungeon wall and you're still on the dungeon wall. But however, some of you have kind of escaped and you're heading for the door, and you're looking back at the dungeon wall and thinking, should I be on the dungeon wall, or should I be going through this door of love and light? And we say to you, beloveds, keep going, for I'm here to shatter your chains. I'm here to show you what love and light is all about. There is no airy-fairy love and light here. This is what you may call a takeover bid. And they're those people who want to take over. It's a takeover bid. It's a coup. of authority. You are the ones who are in authority, beloveds. You are the ones who've always been in authority, but never understood it. Some of us here, who've lived on your earth plane, understood that we have made mistakes as well. And we now, having rectified those mistakes when we come over here, through our collective intelligence and our collective love for mankind, we've come together as this band of what you may call ascended masters, but it goes way beyond the word of ascended masters. A band of energy comes together as a focus of light for the earth at this moment. And the focus of light is helping you to realize how powerful you are and not to get stuck in what you may call captivity again. Yes, there are things afoot on your planet. Things afoot to bring it into order, to dumb the intelligence down. And we say, with hand on our hearts, our invisible hearts, our spiritual hearts, this will never happen. But there will be a force to be reckoned with if you don't sort it out yourselves now. You know what's going on, and being keyboard warriors we will say, is helping. But there will be a time where you have to come together, march together. You have to come as a collective as one, of one. A collective energy of the consciousness of one. As you can see, it's on the screen here. You have to be the collective energy of that consciousness of one to move forward, to wipe whatever is in front of you away for the betterment of your future. You know things are afoot. We wouldn't tell you otherwise. But what we do at this moment is we bring you hope and courage that you are not alone. And any time you wish us to connect with you personally, whoever you are, for whatever reason, if you connect within your heart, you close your eyes, you think of love, you think of us, then you will connect with us. And we then can help you to understand what is better for you at that time through what you may call your use, your integration, your strengthening of your own intuition. And when you found your intuition is working, it will guide you to do better things, to do greater things. There is no quick fix, unfortunately. This battle has to be played out, and it is a battle. Trust us. Furthermore, trust yourselves. Come together, beloveds. Find those who will walk, who will talk, who will love you for who you are, and you for who they are. Come together as a band, an army. Be the Moses for each other. And we've said this so many times. Be the Joan of Arc, and be the warrior, and lead your people free. For if you lead your people free, you become free as well. Do not be scared to speak up. Do not be scared to stand up and be counted. For life is temporary. And if some of you are taken to the other side, remember, there's no death. There is only life. This illness, what you call upon your earth, is claiming lives, but there's a reason for it. Remember, karma does still work upon your planet. And there's no death that wasn't planned. There's no death that happens without the higher self knowing. Everything is working out as it should be. However, and we say however, you have to raise your vibration to a higher level, a more critical level of cleansing oneself, understanding oneself, believing oneself, and working together with other selves to become self-realized human beings. That, beloveds, is our message for this evening. For we are, as always, the Council of 12, working and speaking through our beloved partner. We are here for you always. All you have to do is reach out in meditation, in your thoughts, in your heart, for we will answer. Always. Namaste. Right. I'm back, folks. I don't know what was said. You've all gone very quiet. That's good of you. Well, is it good? Have you all left or something? This is good. Thank you. Okay. So, Cindy Jordan, not seen you for a while. Hello, Cindy. Hello, sweetheart. Long time no see. Joe Rollison, I'm a medium, so I get this actually. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. You should all get it, because what's happened tonight, I'm going all, I've got pins and needles going through me. There's a reason, beloveds, why we speak in this manner. We cannot give you your 3-course meal on a plate. We have to give you a piece of angel cake. You like that? I have to give you a piece of angel cake so you can digest it, and a sip of water. Because if we give you the meal that you require, you would become sick. You would become ill. So we have to feed you slowly but deliberately. Drip feed, drip feed, drip feed. And as soon as you build your energy up, where your delicate system can take more knowledge, more food, we will give you some. So tonight we had to speak in codes. We have to mention the light workers in different countries who are being got at. Ask yourself, why are they being got at? Because they're doing good work. And it's the swampy people, the negative, the black, the dark, who doesn't want the people of light to win this battle. For it is a battle. It's constant. And you've got to be constant cleaning your heart, cleaning the way you think and feel, cleaning your energy field. So whoever you come up against, friend or foe, you can give them your love. Your intuition will tell you, do not walk down that road, but walk here or walk over there. Speak to this person or speak to that person, but don't speak to that person because your energy will be wasted. Do you understand what we're talking about? Your energy is valuable. Don't waste it. Build on it. Create more energy. So when you go out into the world, you are a force to be reckoned with. You are a stick of dynamite. Remember, you are God in decide. Guidance on demand. You are God. You're from that divine spirit. You are a sovereign being. Now claim it. Be it. Work it. I'll leave it there, folks. If any of you are looking for a consultation with the Council of 12, then you can catch me on Facebook here, or you go to thecouncil12.com and there's readings and consultations there. If anybody wants direct channeling from the Council of 12, the same thing. Or if you're kind enough to leave a donation from the council12.com site, there's a donation button there. All will be welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. I love being here. I will listen to it back tomorrow and think, oh my God, did I say that? Did they say that? Wow. I love it. Thank you. Remember, stay safe, be strong, love yourself, and love your brothers and sisters help them to understand. Take their sunglasses off them so they can see how brilliant you are. Because you are. You are all the daffodil of mankind. You're helping people grow. Good night, God bless. See you next Tuesday. Contact me on Facebook if you wish, or, like I said, readings, consultations, you know where to do. Good night, God bless. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Bye for now. Bye-bye.